Hey YouTube, I got a show that was suggested by my daughter, and she said I should review it. And I watch it myself. I watch it on Peacock, and it's Love Island USA. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce y'all to the people that's on there for now, because a couple of new people came around. But Taylor, I like him. Elisa, I like her, I guess. Austin, love him. Huda, I like her, I guess. And Ace, don't like him. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Reason why I don't like him, he play too much. He too childish. He's young. He's 22. Go with that. And I can't read my own handwriting. I really can't. Oh, Alendra. And Nick and Shelly and Jeremiah and Bella. She's so sweet. I always find somebody that is just so exceptionally sweet to me. And I just always just want to just be on their side no matter what. But that was episode 1. And just want to do that introduction for y'all. And then Shelly and Olendria, they are the first to arrive to the villa. And then they get drinks at the villa, and then they just kind of, get to know each other. And then they're friends. They real friends, for real, for real. Okay? And they had a super, super connection. And Shelly, she's 27 and a day trainer. And she said that she's an open book, meaning you can ask her any questions, anything you want to know. And she has dated both the ladies and the men. And she is ready to be in love. She is ready to be in love again. Which I don't blame her. Go girl. And then she's from Miami and states that she wants kids but will wait for marriage for the right person. Which there ain't nothing wrong with that, because these days, the way that these men is panning out and turning out, you about need to do that, because you'll end up with the incorrect person. And then Alendria, she is from Alabama, and she is 27, and she went to Tuskegee, the college, Tuskegee, Alabama College. I'm like, okay, girl, okay. And then Miss Huda, she's 24, and then she's a fitness coach, and she's from Raleigh, North Carolina, and she's Middle Eastern. And has a daughter, and states she is a lover girl, and she's been single for 4 years. Okay. And moving on from her, Ulissa, she's 27, and she's short as I don't know what. She 4 feet 10 inches and lives in Miami. And she said that her mom was born in Cuba and dad is from Missouri. And Bella, she's from Oregon. I love Bella. She is such a sweet, sweet person. And she was in a relationship with her long distance ex-boyfriend. And she wants her man. Excuse me, y'all. Please excuse me. And she said that she wants her man to be loud with the relationship, meaning claim her. and, you know, just show her off and say, just like make her feel good. And, you know, like this my partner, this my person. And back off because this my person. And then Ariana, the host, she joins the party to meet the ladies. And Oleandra, she says she's been single for 5 years. And she cuts people. Oh, excuse me, y'all. She cuts people off immediately. She don't no holds barred. And she said she's learning to, you know, deal with it day by day, day by day. And then Ulissa, she's been single a year, and that's all I got to say about her. Been single for a year. And Bella, she is 22 and she is a Christian. I said, okay, Bella. And then Huda, she says that she likes pretty and nice looking men. And Shelly likes family oriented men and wants her man to be a family oriented, you know, good man. And I said, ain't nothing wrong with that, because I mean, I wanted that too. And, you know, that's what I got. So, and then the men come. But you know, I'm trying to just say this. Men gonna be men. Men, it's always gonna be men. And I mean, you can't expect nothing else. Oh, Jesus. You cannot expect nothing from men. Just say that. Nothing worse, nothing less. You can't be thinking that they're gonna be this way and they're gonna be that way, because in a minute they'll switch up on you. And then Nicholas, aka Nick, he's 24 and he likes physical touch and he's a registered nurse. I said, okay, with a good career. Nick, aka Nicholas. And then Ace. He happens to know Shelly. And he met her outside of a club in New York. And I said, he's a track star. I mean, he's like he a whore. He really is. And it's just like, I'm like, dude, you just think that everybody wants you and you think that you are God's gift to women. And I'm like, come on now. You short. You 22 years old. And then he grew up in Watts, California. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then he has 6 brothers and sisters. Ooh, excuse me. And he is 5'10". And he, to the average looking woman, the average woman, he may be attractive, but attractive, but he's not attractive to me. I can't even say that I would be attracted to him. Now, I would say that I would be attractive to Taylor, because Taylor has a cowboy hat and he's 24 years old. These men are young. 24 years old. And he is a cowboy. And he has horses. And he got 4 horses. So, he's cute. He's really, really cute. And Austin. I like Austin too. Austin, he's 26 years old. And he from Northville, Michigan. And then Jeremiah, he is looking for a connection. Did I introduce y'all? Did I tell y'all about Jeremiah? I probably didn't. But Jeremiah, yeah, him. He's cute too. I honestly didn't, get all the information on Jeremiah, but we'll go back to him. And then Shelly, she picks, so Jeremiah is looking for his connection out of the women as soon as they all walk into the house. And then Jeremiah, he instantly, just is honing in, and he like a little savage or whatever, and he looking for his person. And if you watch the show, you would know exactly who he keyed in on. And I know I did too. And I said, okay, so he want her. And I'm gonna just be honest, Huda is a beautiful woman. She's Middle Eastern and she's pretty. And then so that's his connection. He picked Huda. And then Shelly picks Austin and Ace, and she kisses both pigs. And she picks Ace. So she tries to make up her mind. And then she picked Ace. And I'm like, Shelly, why? Just because you knew him and you met him outside that club, girl, in New York? I'm like, And she says it's very, very spicy. And she says she likes the spiciness of everything. I said, okay, girl. And then Huda, she picked Jeremiah to share her kiss with. And Huda still... Okay, so Huda, she likes Ace too. I said, oh, wow. And then Jeremiah enjoyed the kiss, and Ace said that he doesn't be, wanting to be pretty much second choice to nobody. And when he said that, I said, he is exactly how I thought that he was going to be. I said, I don't like him. I don't like his personality. And then, so... I guess he was in his feelings the whole time. And I'm like, dude, you are not God's gift to women just because, you may be cute to some women, then okay. But Bella, she can kiss any two boys that she wants. And she picks Taylor and she picks Nick. And Bella chooses Nick. And I said, oh, Bella and Nick. I thought that they was just cute and they was just locked in. Excuse me. And Olandria, she kisses Taylor and kisses Nick also. But she picks Taylor. And I'm like, good pick, girl. Good pick. And then Ulisa, Ace was stolen by her. So Ulisa stole Ace. And I'm like, okay. And then Shelly and Austin, they locked in. Now remember, Shelly and Austin. And then Taylor and Orlando, they bond. And she loves the fact that he is her own personal cowboy. And she took that to heart. And she been locked in ever since. And I said, that's cute. Cute little connection. And Austin and Shelly, she says he looks good. And they will see where it goes. Austin and Shelly. And the thing is, when she said that, I immediately knew that she was... she liked him or whatever, but he just wasn't her person like that. And I said, oh, wow. I said, she may hurt his feelings. Yeah, she may hurt his feelings. And then Austin and Shelly, I already got to this. Sorry, y'all. I'm just reading the notes and I'm about to say the same stuff over and over and over. And then Ulisa and Ace, he said that he did not feel the immediate connection now. And Ace is something else. Because I'm like, Ulisa, girlfriend. He ain't choosing you, baby. And she said, he said he didn't. And let me tell you this about Ace. He a liar. He's a big liar. Because he said out of his mouth that he did not feel the connection with Ulisa. And then he gonna ask her too, do she speak Spanish and all that? And then she spoke the Spanish for him and all that. And then I guess he liked her. I thought he liked her. But I'm like, what the is wrong with him? I said, he young and he think that he God's gift to women. And I'm like, boy, cut it out. Because you ain't everybody's type. And if I would have saw him walking on the streets, he definitely would not be my type. Okay? And then Bella and Nick wants to get more, acquainted. And then he gives her a kiss and get to know her with the other ladies. So he said he wants to get to know her and he wants to get to know the other ladies too. I said, Nick. So Nick had been, I thought that him and Bella was going to be like this. And see, Nick had always said in his confessional, and he also told Bella that he looking forward to getting to know her, and he looking forward to getting to know the other ladies too. And I said, that wasn't right. Because in my opinion, but he was honest now. Because he said that he's looking forward to getting to know her, and he's looking forward to getting to know the other women too. I said, okay. And then Huda and Jeremiah, they bond. And I said, And Jeremiah's a sweet boy. He really is. He a sweet guy. And I ain't even think, from me looking at their stuff on YouTube, I just instantly said, I don't think I'm going to like Jeremiah. But I instantly keyed in on the fact that I know I did not like Ace because I don't like his disposition and I don't like his personality. And he young and he's stupid. And then they have a team meeting. That's what I call it, a team meeting. And then Ace meets with the men and says that him and Huda, Ace said, now get this. Ace, you know how Ace, he got a little line problem or whatever. And he sat there and said that it wasn't him that said he wanted to get to know her and other people. He said that they both agreed. And I said, now, God dang, I know I ain't crazy. And I said, hold on. I know I'm not crazy. And I know he's sitting up there lying and all that stuff to make it, fit for him. So he can just tell the people what he wants them to know. Which he don't have to tell them everything. But my whole thing is, if you're going to talk or whatever, be real with what you're saying, my boy. And I'm like, And then Ace and Nick, they bond to talk about the ladies. And then Austin and Shelly, they meet to have some alone time to talk. And Austin says that he wants a big family, and he states that he wants that with Shelly, and he said that Shelly is his type. I said, oh, how cute. And Alandria and Taylor, they share a moment with each other by the pool. And I said, oh, how sweet, by the pool. And Huda and Jeremiah, and they share a moment with each other. And Jeremiah said that they are both on the same page. So he really, really locked in with her. And I said, ooh, I would hate for you to get your feelings hurt. I really would. And then Shelly and Ace, they talk about, she shares that she wasn't going to pick him at first. And they both agreed that they have some chemistry now. So Shelly and Ace, they both agreed that they got chemistry. So they got chemistry. And And they ain't gonna never let the fact go that they both got chemistry. I'm like, and Shelly states that she is interested in Ace, and she's interested in, pursuing him, a little further and all that. And I'm like, but Shelly, I don't want you to hurt nobody's feelings. And then Nick kisses Alandria, and then Shelly kisses Ace, and Ace kisses Ace kisses Huda also. Wait a minute. So Ace has got a little nasty mouth because he kissing Shelly and then he kissing Huda also. And I'm like, oh. And Charlie, he is 27 from, okay. So, let me just say this. Then they had Dagger, and then they had special, two surprise people. And two of them. And Charlie, he is 27 from the United Kingdom. And I said, oh, I like Charlie. I was doing my hair like this, like, oh, Charlie. You cute, Charlie. And then Sierra, she from Arizona, and she's 27. I'm like, okay. And Charlie kisses Bella and Elisa on the lips. And then Charlie and Alandria, he kisses her on the lips. So basically, pretty much, Charlie, he kissed everybody. And then he kisses Bella on the cheek. And I'm like, why y'all doing my Bella like this? And then Sierra, little trash herself, she kisses Jeremiah, Taylor, Ace, Nick, and Austin. And then, they was just saying, did anybody want to, choose, any of the new people or anything? And nobody raised their hand, which was good to know, to let the bombshells, they just didn't nobody raise their hand. I said, y'all know better not to raise y'all's hand. And that was episode 1. And I promise you, I saw episode 2 and 3. I'm going to do 2 after I upload this one. But I hope y'all like my review. So for love, oh gosh, it's too many loves. Hold on. Let me get the right title. It's too many loves. Too many loves. Because I was doing another loves. Bravo's Love Hotel. And I ain't really nobody wasn't really watching it. So I did just quit watching it. I did just quit reviewing it. But Love Island USA. That was my review for that. So I want y'all to do me a huge favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't comment, that's fine. But like and subscribe. Bye, YouTube, until I upload the second part. Bye.